We'll get started in child's pose this morning. So big toes together. Do knees wide and a little different than a typical child's pose. Bring the palms of your hands together to touch. Reach your arms out in front. All right, press the palms together. And then once you drop your hips here, just let your chest soften, forehead to the mat, or at least towards the mat. Bend at your elbows and bring your thumbs to the back of your neck, like the nape of your neck. And then just walk your elbows in towards each other. Teensy little bit. Gentle stretch in the arms and the shoulders. So last week was family vacation time for me, and we were moving, driving, road trip. We flew, road trip, flew again. My husband actually just stayed for an extra 4 days for a conference and just got back last night. So I've been practicing a lot this last week, and I encourage you to do the same. Simply letting myself be where I am, meet myself where I am on the mat, in my day, in my work. And it's definitely a practice. Like, my mind just wants to get back to where things were before we switched time zones with 2 kids. So all I ask of you this morning, best you can, meet yourself where you are. So that means to give yourself some grace. If something I'm suggesting isn't attainable in the moment, but to also not just assume, like throw in the towel early because usually I can't do this, so why would today be any different? And to help you to meet yourself where you are, to do this practice, let's see if you can take your mind and focus it on your breath. Take your mind away from distractions and simply notice yourself breathe in through your nose. And notice yourself breathe out through your nose. And deep, full breath in. And deep, full breath out. That means expand into the back of the ribs, back of the chest, back of the throat. And then feel those places soften as you exhale. And same thing in the front of the body, deep, full breath in. And deep, full breath out. And just one more round of breath here. Empty out, let go. And then reach your fingertips back to the front of the mat, lengthen out through the arms, deep, full breath in. Maybe lift your elbows up. And when you exhale, drop the elbows, slide your hands back towards the knees to rise up. Yeah. So right here out to tabletop, take a breath in, tuck your toes, lift your thighs. And then when you exhale, just push straight back to down dog. So push your hands down and forward and pull your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And feet about hips width distance apart, push the hands down and forward, pull the hips up and back, and just breathe. Inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. So lift your heels up as high as you can. And then when you exhale, soften the heels down towards the ground. And just 2 more times, big full breath in, heels up high. And big full breath out. Let them release, they land wherever they land. One more time, inhale, rise up. Except this time when you exhale, bend your knees and pull your hips to the back of the mat. Empty the breath completely and then just walk your feet behind the wrists, ragdoll pose. Yeah. So a little extra kind of gentleness here. Bend your knees. Fingers to opposite elbows and see if you can bend the knees enough that you just drape your stomach right on top of your thighs. Chest towards the earth, head down. Neck releases, right? No effort in the jaw. And then maybe just a gentle shake yes with your head and a gentle shake no. And release your hands down to the mat. Toe heel, big toes together to touch. Let's push down big toes, little toes, center of the heels. And then as you push down belly button to spine and slowly uncurl, rise all the way up. Yeah. So we're going to borrow a little bit from my vacation adventures and practice today. Push into the feet, take your breath in, reach all the way up high. And when you exhale, diver's pose. We got to spend a lot of time at the pool, thanks to my kids. So diver's pose, chest forward, right, arms back. So you've got little, almost like airplane pose in the upper body. Push the hands into the air, lift your chest. Yeah, and then push into the balls of the feet and see if you can lift your heels up high. Right, big breath in, heels up high. When you exhale, just soften your heels down to the ground, but keep that shape. 2 more times, inhale, heels up high. Exhale, release the heels. Just 1 more time, push hands into the air, lift the chest, lift the heels, breathe in. And soften down, heels down, breathe out. Take a little bend in the knees and then inhale, push into the feet, rise up, reach up. Yeah, when you exhale, hinge from the hips and just fold all the way forward this time, release. Nice big breath in, halfway lift, chest forward. And when you exhale, send the left foot back behind you today. Left foot back. So just find this position, this kind of half split, half standing split. Push into the right foot. Right, left leg up and back, chest forward. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, bend the right knee, keep drawing the chest forward. Left foot comes back to a lunge. Right? Let's try to do the transitions kind of like that. Lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes. And just drop your hips down and forward. Lift your chest. Nice big inhale. Yeah, exhale, half split. Simple. Just draw the hips back. Try to keep the fingertips where they are. Right toes towards right kneecap. And toggle back and forth there. Inhale, low lunge. Drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, half split. Push the fingertips forward, pull your hips back. Yeah, 1 more time. Take a deep breath in, drop your hips. Huge breath out, half split. I'm just going to land there and breathe. Every inhale, see if you can find a little more length, chest forward. And then every exhale, just bow down, soften through the elbows, soften your chest. And get full breath in. Full breath out. 1 more cycle of breath. Exhale, just let it go. And when you inhale, shift forward to a low lunge. Exhale, tuck your left toes, push into the right foot, bring the left foot up to meet it. Yeah, halfway lift, big inhale, chest forward. Exhale, send the right foot back behind you. Keep drawing your chest forward. I forgot our little pause, so let's go there. Left foot down, push into the left heel, lift the right thigh up. Nice big breath in, chest forward. Yeah, then exhale, low lunge. Lower the right knee, untuck the right toes. And just simple, drop your hips down and forward, lift your chest, breathe in. Yeah, transition half split on your exhale. Pull the hips back. And there's a toggle back and forth. Inhale, low lunge. Use that whole inhale to drop the hips, just lift your chest. And then exhale to pull back with the hips, left toes towards left kneecap. 1 more time, full deep breath in, drop your hips, lift your chest. Yeah, exhale, pull back and hold. And 3 full breaths. Notice if you're up on your fingertips, can you just bend the elbows, soften through the shoulders? You draw your chest forward a little more to increase the stretch in the back of your left leg. And 1 more breath in. And just 1 more breath out. Shift forward, low lunge. Tuck the right toes, lift the right thigh, push into the left foot, bring the right foot up to meet it. And halfway lift, chest forward, get long. And then exhale, forward fold, just melt. So one more round. Push into your feet, inhale, reach up high. Exhale, diver's pose. Yeah. Take a nice deep breath in here, heels up high. Exhale, lower the heels. All right, 2 more times. Push into the hands, inhale, lift the heels. And exhale to lower them. 1 more time, big full breath in. And a big full breath out. Take a slight bend in the knees, push into the heels, inhale, reach all the way up high to the sky. And then exhale, fold and release. Take a breath in, halfway, chest forward. And then empty it out, low lunge. Just straight back to low lunge. This time send the left foot back behind you. Lower the left knee. Yeah, chest high, inhale. Half split, exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Drop your hips. And exhale, half split. Now 1 more round. Half split. And just shift forward to a low lunge. Take a breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck the left toes and the left foot up to meet the right. Halfway lift, chest forward. Right foot back, low lunge, exhale. Okay, lower the right knee. Drop the hips, lift your chest, breathe in. Half split, exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Breathe out, shift back. Fill up your lungs, low lunge. Empty them out, half split. Back to your lunge, deep full inhale. Exhale, tuck the right toes, step it forward. You got it, just a halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold, breathe out. Push down into the feet, reach high to the sky, inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, my sweatshirt is going to cause problems here. So, bye-bye to that. And we go chair pose. So shift your weight into the heels, drop your hips, and sweep your arms up. All right, pinkies in. Yeah, palms back, nice. See if you can shift your shins backwards. So you really shift your weight back into the heels. And then reach your hands forward, straight forward, yeah? And from that position, can you just do that again? Shift your shins backwards. Drop your hips. Reach the fingers forward. Yeah, and then see if you can lower the hips down a little more. Keep reaching chest forward. And when you can't go anymore, rise up to the balls of the feet. Lift your heels up high. Yeah, then start to splay your knees apart. Keep reaching forward. I'm into garland pose here. All right, so you just got big toes together. Heels pressed together. Splay your knees apart. Drop your head, hips back, chest forward, breathing. You're here for 3 full deep breaths. 2 and 1. And when I was rambling about throwing in the towel at the beginning of class, this is kind of what I was rambling about. Can you simply just keep drawing your hips back and your chest forward? Keep drawing the hips back until you come all the way to seated without just kind of leaning back and putting your hands down, right? So you're just reaching forward, forward, forward to get down to your bum. Best you can. If it doesn't work out anyway, you can get the hair down to the bum. Sweep the legs together, find boat pose. So hands can come behind your knees. And lift your chest up like someone's pulling your chest up. Maybe let go. Maybe reach everything up. But you're here for 3, 2, and 1. Pick a shin and cross it in the front. Push into the hands. Lift your hips up. You're just going to try to walk your feet back to plank, or any way you can safely get there, high plank position. Yeah, take a breath in. When you exhale, low plank position, send your elbows straight back behind you. Yeah, squeeze the arms in by your sides. Cobra or up dog. If you're in up dog, push into the tops of the feet and the hands, hips forward, chest high, breathe in. And when you exhale, push all the way up and back, nice. Downward facing dog, really push, hands forward, hips back, breathing. Right leg high to the sky, breathing. And then exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Push into the hands and try to puff your shoulder blades up. See if you can squeeze your knee all the way in towards your nose. Work for it, go for it. And then down dog split, expand open, breathe in. And a low lunge, exhale, look forward between your hands, step your right foot through. Nice. From that lunge position, rise up crescent. So this time, keep your back thigh lifted. And just breathe. Yeah, pinkies in, palms face back. Drop the shoulder blades. Drop your hips. Nice big breath in. Hinge forward, airplane arms, exhale. And push hands into air and lift your chest. Just breathing, yeah. See if you can squeeze the shoulder blades together, puff your chest forward. And then keep the hips where they are. Just inhale, reach up high. Exhale, expand it. All open, warrior two. Gaze over the right fingers, drop your shoulder blades and breathe. Press into the left baby toe. Yeah. Steady your gaze. I've been doing this thing this week to help myself meet myself where I am and not like freak out from overwhelm. I'll share it with you on the other side. So keep the hips low. Take a breath in, reach your right arm up high. Maybe left hand down the left leg, or you take it behind your back. You do you. Just take a breath in there, lift your chest, reach up. And then exhale all the way to low plank. You're just going to melt everything down, high to low. Through your vinyasa. So that high to low plank, inhale up dog, and exhale down dog. Or you rest when you need, right? For practice. But truly when you need, not just like, oh my gosh, I'm working a little bit. Let's just, yeah, child's pose. Left leg high, take a breath in. And exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. So work for it. Push into the hands, puff up through the shoulder blades, knee to nose. Meeting yourself where you are. Right? Doesn't mean putting in effort. Practice is about that balance. Inhale, down dog split, that balance between effort and ease. Exhale, low lunge, look forward. Step the left foot through. Yeah. So rise up, crescent lunge. We don't want to be all about the effort. So it shouldn't be like, right? Shouldn't be straining. We also don't want to be all about the ease, balance. One more breath in. I'm going to exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. And push the hands into the air, lift your chest. Yeah. Strong back leg. So see if you can like lift your right thigh and your right kneecap up. Same time. There's the effort, right? Here's the ease. Drop the hips. Soften your face. Yeah. Nice. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, warrior two. Expand open. Left toe straight forward. Drop the hips. Drop the shoulders. So I did a dumb thing. Yes, it was a dumb thing. And I tried to multitask during, like, I tried to eat lunch, watch some like Matthew McConaughey thing live on Monday, and simultaneously do work. Total failure. But I got one nugget of wisdom from the instant replay because I realized trying to watch that, do work, eat lunch, wasn't working. And that was to wire my mind to create space for myself. So to find the thing or like the biggest thing that was distracting me, making things more difficult, and wire my mind to be like, I don't do that thing. Just don't do it. I'll get into it a little bit more. Take a breath in, reach your left arm high, right hand either down the right leg or behind your back. All right, peaceful. One more big breath in, stretch up, reach up. And then exhale, come all the way down to a low plank. Just let it go, yeah. So your vinyasa. When you inhale, upward facing dog. And when you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath and rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend the knees, pull your hips back. Look forward, feet to hands, any way you want to get there. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. So shift your weight back into your heels, bend the knees, chair pose, breathe in. Yeah, this time when you exhale, hands through heart center, twist to the right, twisted prayer. So left elbow towards the outside of the right knee. Push the right hand down onto the left. Push the left hand up to the right. So you're pressing the palms of the hands together. And then inhale, try to draw your chest forward a little bit more. Exhale, twist right from the belly button. Yeah, left hip back, chest forward, breathe in. Push the palms together, twist, breathe out. 2 more full breaths. Drop your hips. 1 more cycle of breath. And then just fill up your lungs completely. Be here. Empty out, fold forward, release. Walk your feet to hips width distance and just be able to fit your 2 fists between your feet. And then turn the palms of your hands in to face towards each other and take your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Yeah. Bend your knees generously. Inhale, chest forward. And when you exhale, forward fold, send your elbows wide and drop your head towards the earth. Breathe. So I saw this exercise on this Matthew McConaughey thing about the art of living. And I was pretty desperate on Monday, so I gave it a try. What was taking up space? What was keeping me from being present, focused on what was actually in front of me? I felt totally overwhelmed by all the things I needed to catch up on after vacation, totally overwhelmed. And so I practiced just over and over and over again, saying to myself, I don't do overwhelm. I don't do overwhelm. I said it silently. I said it out loud. I wrote it down. I felt less overwhelmed. And then so yesterday, when I had to finish a declaration, I did the same exercise. What is it that's taking up space right now? Unnecessarily. And release your big toes. Just toe heel them back together to touch. Shift back into the heels, bend the knees, chair pose, breathe in. And when you exhale, hands to heart center. This time twist to the left. So Monday was I don't do overwhelm. Push the palms of the hands together. Yeah. And see if you can pull your shins backwards. Drop the hips. Yeah, Monday was I don't do overwhelm. And Thursday was I don't do distractions. I needed to get this affidavit done. And I just kept finding reasons to look at my phone or whatever. That's not meeting myself where I am, right? That's being distracted. We can rewire our brains if we do the work. Showing up for this practice, coming back to the breath, like huge. And acknowledging those things that take up space unnecessarily. And just telling your brain, like, I don't do that. I don't engage in that. Worth a try sometime, maybe. And take a breath in, chest forward. Take a breath out, twist. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. And walk your feet out to hips width distance. This time, turn the palms of your hands to face up and your fingers back towards your heels. Palms up, reach your fingertips towards the back of the mat. And then just bend your knees just enough to walk your toes to the crease in your wrists. And if you're like you like to come like halfway up your hand person, I want you to bend your knees a little bit more so that you can get your toes all the way up to the crease in your wrists. So you're completely stepping on your hands. Drop your head and gently shift forward into the balls of the feet a little bit more so that you can massage your wrists with your toes. Release stress from the top of the head. The shoulders let go. Just take one more full breath in here. One more full breath out. And release your big toes, toe heel them back together to touch. And just lift your heels up as you drop your hips down. Right, heels up, hips down. Splay your knees apart and reach forward. Garland pose. Splay the knees apart and reach forward. Yeah, keep reaching forward as you drop your hips down and back. Chest forward, fingers forward, like you're trying to stretch your fingers all the way across the room. Yeah, when you lower all the way down, scoop up the knees, find boat pose. Lift your chest, maybe lift your legs. You're just here for 3. All right, 2. And 1. This time, left shin over the right. Push into the hands, off the hips up, and try to walk your legs back. Or any way you can get there, high plank. A big breath in, high plank, take up space. Exhale, low plank, elbows back strong. Upward facing dog, hips forward, chest high. And downward facing dog, let it go. Yeah, right leg high, take a big breath in. Knee to nose, take a huge breath out. Right leg high, inhale, stretch. And low lunge, exhale. Rise up, crescent lunge, fill up completely, breathe in. And this time when you exhale, airplane pose, push into the right foot and spring off your left, breathing. Push the hands down, lift your chest up, kick the left foot back. Yeah, from that position, lift your chest and kick your left leg forward, reach your arms forward. Yeah, a little bit of trust, shift back into your right heel. Send your hips back and your chest forward, reach forward. Bend the right knee. Bend the right knee, hips back, chest forward. And then just lower your left heel down. Just for a little extra support, left heel down. Let the left heel slide forward as you draw the hips back and reach forward. And maybe come all the way down to a seat. Take it slow. If that's too much on the knees, you just find your way down any way you can. Extend the left leg long and hug the right knee into the chest. Yeah. Right, we're building strength. We don't want to destroy the body. So just something to play with. And right arm high, take a big full inhale. And exhale, reach the right arm forward. I'm just going to turn the right thumb to face down, palm of the hand out to the right. Just rotate right thumb down. And wrap your right arm around your right leg. Yeah, then take a breath in and reach your left arm out wide to the left. And when you exhale, turn the left thumb down and swim your left arm behind your back. Maybe you clasp hands around the right leg. Maybe you grab onto your clothes around the right leg. Maybe it feels awkward. Maybe it feels graceful, but wherever you are, just being in that version of it, breathe. Chest forward, inhale. Maybe fold a little bit more, exhale. Nice work. One more breath in. One more breath out. And just release the bind hands back to heart center. Take a breath in, lift your chest. When you exhale, cross left shin over right. You're just going to find your way back to plank again. Big breath in. Lower down, low plank. Big breath out. Up dog, inhale, hips forward, chest high. And then down dog, exhale. Left leg high from down dog. Breathe in. Knee to nose, empty out. All right, left leg high. Inhale, expand. Low lunge, exhale. Rise up, crescent lunge. Just be here. Reach up high. Yeah, and then push into the left foot, spring off the right foot. Airplane. Palms into the air, chest high. Kick the right foot back. Take up space. Yeah, right. Not worrying about what comes next, but just being here. And then slide the right leg forward, reach the arms forward, take a breath in, lift your chest. And when you exhale, shift your weight into the left heel. Start to bend the left knee. Send your hips back, chest forward. If you want a little extra support, drop the right heel down to the ground and start to slide your right heel forward as you reach your hands forward. Bending that left knee a little bit more, right? Maybe you land all the way down. Maybe today is not the day. Take care of yourself. But when you get down, lengthen out the right leg, hug the left knee in towards the chest. Yeah, take a breath in and reach your left arm up high, lift your chest. Take a breath out, keep that length, reach the left arm forward. Turn the thumb, left thumb down, rotate, and reach the left arm around your left leg. Inhale the right arm out wide to the right. And when you exhale, turn the right thumb down and swim the right arm back around your back, maybe clasping hands. Yeah, right toes towards right kneecap, flex the right foot, draw your chest forward. Breathe. I don't do overwhelm. I don't do distractions. Right? I don't do insert whatever is taking up space unnecessarily. Release your hands and just plant them next to the hips. Right shin over the left, push into the hands, lift the hips up. See if you can shimmy through to high plank or find your way there, high plank. Nice big breath in. Low plank, nice big breath out. Upward facing dog, hips forward, chest high. And downward facing dog. Let it all go. Now inhale the right leg high. This time when you exhale, set up for half pigeon. So bring the right knee towards your right wrist, your right ankle towards your left wrist. And just send your left toes straight back behind you. So untuck your toes. You can do this however you're feeling today, but you want to get your hips about the same distance from the ground. So even if your hips are up high like mine, because they're tight, hips the same distance from the ground. Lift them up and then let them just drop. And from there, lift your chest, breathe in. And when you exhale, that same reach forward we've been doing, reach your hands chest forward and just drop your head. Soften through the chest. Try to let the hips go. Gooey. Easy. And breathe. As I kept saying to myself, I don't do distractions, I noticed that I literally just stopped doing distractions. Like without even thinking about it, moved my phone somewhere out of reach. Took my Google chat that we use at work and put it on silent. Closed like the 8 million tabs that were open on my computer, and I just focused on the ones that were relevant to the task at hand. You could literally watch my brain rewiring in the moment. The Matthew McConaughey thing I was watching, they talked about the difference between saying I don't do something, like literally just non-option, I don't do it, versus like I can't do it, I won't do it. Putting pressure on ourselves to make the choice. This is like, I don't, the choice has already been made. You know? So take it or leave it, but again, maybe worth a try. Take a deep, full breath in right here. Empty out completely. And walk your hands in towards your hips, lift your chest. Yeah, just tuck the left toes under, Push into the hands and send the right foot back, straight back, downward facing dog. Nice big inhale, left leg high. And when you exhale, set up for half pigeon, left knee towards the left wrist. Moving your ankle towards the right wrist, and maybe someday your left shin's parallel to the front of the mat, but there's no need to like be there. More importantly, just untuck the right toes, lift your hips up and drop them straight down so that you're not leaning to one side or the other. Straight down, yeah. And chest up high, breathe in. And fold forward, reach forward. Ease out. Just notice where you can let go, release, soften. A little, maybe I don't do tension in my body. And just breathe. Softening through the hips. Release through your shoulders, your face. And take one more full deep breath in. Empty it out completely. Walk your hands in towards your hips, lift your chest, breathe in. And when you exhale, down dog, tuck the right toes, push the hands forward, pull the hips up and back, yeah. Nice big inhale, one more time, rise up to the balls of the feet. Juicy exhale, bend the knees, pull the hips back. And then step or float anyway to a seated position. Yeah. And if you're like me, I'm shedding layers. It's like the hottest place in our house up here. We're nearing the end of class, so if you want to put layers back on, grab socks or something, you can always do that. You're just gonna do what you need to do and then find your way onto your back. Yeah, one extended bridge pose when you get there. So bend the knees, plant your feet about hips width distance apart. Take your hands and reach them down towards your heels, palms of the hands face down. And we push into the feet, inhale, start to lift your hips, middle back and upper back. Exhale, see if you can shimmy your shoulders underneath you, interlace the fingers and push your hands and forearms down. Yeah, from that foundation, that push of the hands and forearms and the heels down. Blossom open. Hips high, all that space above you. Across the chest, the abdomen. It's 3 big, deep breaths. And one more inhale here, push into the heels, hips up high. And then exhale, release your hands and gently lower your hips back down to the earth. And send your arms out to a T shape, out wide, palms of the hands face down, turn the palms down. Yeah. Hug your knees into your chest. And then drop your knees over to the left, turn your head to the right. And just take one cycle of breath here. Drop your muscles right down to the earth, release, let go. And take enough effort to come back to center, hug your knees to chest. And when you exhale, knees right, head left. Just one full cycle of breath when you get there to drop in, let go. And then just enough effort to come back to center. Hug the knees in, nice big squeeze, breathe in. Exhale, lengthen out your legs, let your feet flap open. Arms down by the sides. Turn the palms of the hands to face up. Let your muscles just drop, release, no effort. And resume your normal breath. I invite you for a moment to acknowledge anything that takes up space that doesn't further your interests, doesn't further your life, doesn't make it fuller and better, but more difficult. And as you rest here, you might take this opportunity to rewire the brain, not to do that thing I don't do. Totally going with overwhelm today because I got a lot going on. But whatever suits you. I don't do. I don't do like. A few more seconds to even let go of that effort to rewire the brain if you're there. A few more seconds just to be. And just start to wake up the body, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make some circles with the wrists and the ankles, perhaps. Whichever direction, and then the other one. Take a stretch, reach your arms overhead, stretch through the toes, inhale, reach. Exhale, just let it all go. No effort. And then just enough effort to roll over to one side or the other to a ball, to a fetal position. And just enough effort to make your way to a comfortable seat. Now, when you get there, simply bring palms of the hands together to touch. Close your eyes or keep them closed. Taking this opportunity to create space for yourself one more time in this practice, but remembering you can come back to the exercise of connecting to breath. You can come back to the exercise of I don't do, fill in the blank, whenever you need, on the mat or not. Maybe set an intention to come back to that practice later today, one or the other. Take a moment just to thank yourself for showing up, to see and thank each other. And I like to do that by bringing the thumbs right up to the center of my forehead, seat of intuition, and bowing into chest. Namaste. Happiest of Fridays. We made it. I turn you off recording. This has been like the new way of doing Zoom forever, and yet